Kev, unlucky tonight, mate. We lost 1-0 away. Tough game, I know that. We only lost one game at home all season.
Yeah, it was always going to be a difficult game.
Tell me your thoughts on that, mate.
It was always going to be a difficult one. Obviously, conditions weren't great, although I thought the pitch was quite good considering the amount of rain we've had. We come here, obviously, with a bit of a spring in our step. We knew it was going to be tough, the top of their division. And I thought we'd done really well. In many ways, I thought we was probably better tonight in possession than we were at Colville. We just lacked that little bit of quality in the final third. Obviously, the two injuries so early on didn't help to Kieran. That knocked us back a little bit, and Billy, you take away your centre half and centre forward. It was tough, but the lads shuffled across, and we put a few players in there that hadn't played a lot of football lately, so I knew we was going to get tired, and it was just that one lapse of concentration late on where they get their goal from. Did either team do enough to win it? Probably not. But like I say, I thought we were really good up until that final third where we lacked the quality. So it was a hard one to take. I think the most disappointing thing for me is not just losing the game, but we picked up the two injuries, which on top of Joe Marsden on Saturday makes the squad a little bit thin.
Kev, it's early days in your tenure. I know, you want to put your stamp on the team as such, but you must be delighted. Results aside, you signed Callum Page, you tied him down for a long deal. You signed Nolan Collard on a long-year deal. This is starting to become Kevin Horlock's team. What are you thinking towards that? You're obviously keen to implement youth.
Yeah, they're young lads that have done extremely well. They've come through the system. They've performed at a really high level in reserves, and they're ready. They deserve the chance, and I'm prepared to give it to them. They give us that youthfulness, they give us the legs, a bit of pace, and they play without fear. Noah's been outstanding. Page has got 4 goals in 6 games for such a young lad. It's unbelievable. And for me, Noah again has caught the eye. His energy, he's got a little bit about him, so they deserve that. So in amongst the more experienced lads we've got at the minute, it works really well. Like I say, the result tonight is disappointing in the end because we travelled all this way and lost the game in a semi-final. But I was made up with today. I thought the lads were good.
Honestly, unlucky to concede late on. I didn't think there's much between the teams. Coming here week in, week out. There's not much going on. But what are your aspirations long term now? Obviously, we've got sort of 10 a dozen games to go before the end of the season. What are your realistic games? Do you think you've got any chance of playoffs, or just a case of finishing as high as we can, or what?
I'll probably let other people talk about that. I want to win football games, there's no doubt about that. And I want to get a work ethic and an ethos into the squad where we are going to work our socks off. But we are also going to be brave enough to play. I think you see tonight, we tried to play out from the back. I think the pitch suited it to do it, and when we did it with bravery and with the right tempo, I thought we cut them open at will. We didn't do it enough, but eventually all the lads know what I want of them, and they get more comfortable doing it. Even they must watch or feel after that game that when they did it really well, and it works. We got the ball in, like I say, into the final third, into Parks, into Millsy, into Pagey. Quite often we just lack that killer edge, that composure in the final third to get us the goal that we crave. But that'll come.
So we've played now 4 games under Kevin Horlock. We've only conceded a couple of goals. It's pretty good. I know not scoring masses, but we've only conceded a couple of goals. We're feeling good.
Yeah, look, I've said it from day dot. I've been very fortunate in taking over a fantastic football club, but it's the squad of players that Richard Wilkins, the previous managers, put together, and they're more than capable of competing at the level we're at. They've probably underachieved, if I'm honest, and I think it showed tonight. We've come to a Chesham team that's top of their equivalent division, albeit they may have made a couple of changes. We've had 2 key players come off injured. We've had a key player not available tonight, and we've come here and we've held our own. I think anyone watching the game would have said probably a draw was a fair result and a penalty shootout loomed, but it just wasn't to be. But I'd say the most disappointing thing for me is the injuries.
We were again Saturday, Kev, away at Old Church. We're only